Hey guys, it's Sam here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got some more IU for us, and based off all the comments from last week's video, we got to do this one. This is IU 8, explained by a Korean from the DK TV channel that was commented a handful of times, because apparently this song has a very deep meaning to it. As far as what y'all were saying is it's a way for her to kind of like remember some of her friends that had passed at a young age, I'm assuming. But we're gonna learn, and I'm gonna learn and find out right now. So let's get it. Mouse over there. There we go.
IU and SUGA have collaborated on their recent song 8.
All right.
8 is another song from her Age series, including 23 and Palette. IU actually commented about this song, saying, "The songs I released before were written in an essay format, where I was talking directly to the listener. But in my song 8, I used several metaphors and a made-up persona that I call you to tell my story of my 28, like a short novel. I can't be sure if this comes from my personal state of emotions or if it comes from the overall atmosphere of our society that is amidst hard times. Perhaps both, but I'll always remember my 28th year as a period of constant helplessness and lethargy, along with a longing for the Orange Island where there was no sadness and we were able to be free." Now, being true to her explanation, the song is basically a journey through her own story or memory of becoming 28 and how she feels about growing up. Many other YouTube channels, for example, Bookish Theory, explain the primary meaning behind this music video in IU's perspective pretty well, so I recommend go checking them out. But today, I want to provide you with an alternative theory on the music video. And yes, it's about her friends Seolli, Hara, and Jonghyun. Also, before we go on, to be respectful as possible to the deceased, and as the topic could be sensitive or uncomfortable to some, I would like to strongly emphasize that this is a subjective theory and may not represent IU's intentions in any way. Moreover, I'd like to show respect towards the three people before mentioning their names throughout the video, so I would like to borrow this short moment to wish them a rest in peace before I go on. Rest in peace. First, you can see IU walking into a futuristic room with a big machine. Then she presses the record button and activates the machine. You can see the word omnibus on the record tape, which means she's going to record fractions or separate stories that happen in her memory. Then there's a lizard on top of the ceiling trapped.
What the hell does omnibus mean?
The screen says, "Will you save all your memories?" and it proceeds. Then you can see the 8 sign light up and IU dives into her memories. The 8 sign can be seen as the infinity sign, meaning the memories will be saved and live on forever. Also, 8 technically represents her age, 28, also SUGA's, who is the same age as IU. And plus, fun fact, if you add 28 plus 28, it becomes 56, the release date of her MV, May 6th.
Okay, are we really getting that deep into stuff? 28, 28, 56, 56, like we're getting into like some Luna style shit here with this?
IU enters the house and looks around. It's a place she has been before. Notice that there's a peach-shaped light. While Seolli's nickname was Peach, IU has a song of her own titled Peach, which is known to be dedicated to Seolli. We can see memories of IU lying on the floor of the house and smiling to somebody that's with her. And if you see her nails in the present, they're all worn off, symbolizing that time has passed and she has gone through pain in reality. Also, she has 27 pearls attached onto her arm, which shows that this is part of her memory of the past 27 years.
Holy shit.
The lyrics start by asking someone whether if they're finally happy now. This is probably asking her 3 friends if they're happy now, far away from the cruel reality, doing good in heaven. She goes on as if she's talking to them, and then she says that she's doing the same as usual, but feels like she has lost everything, which probably means her friends. IU is now scared to love someone because of the fear that they might suddenly leave her again without saying goodbye. This expresses how she felt about suddenly losing her friends. IU then opens up the rooms and wanders around as if she's looking for someone. She's traveling through her old memories. Also in this lyric we can find subtle wordplay. 해질 대로 해져버린. In this lyric, 해지다 would mean worn out, meaning that her memories are worn out. But 해 also means sun in Korean, and 해지다 means the sun has gone down. This probably symbolizes the loss of her friends that were a big warmth and energy source to her. IU remembers the good old days when she had fun with Sully. She dances without shadows underneath an orange sun. She refuses and denies the farewell and says, "Let's meet in the beautiful memory." The reason IU says she's dancing without a shadow with her friends is probably because of the previous lyric I've explained, "The sun has gone down." Or because in this memory world, since there's no farewells, no aging, nor time, we can say that the orange sun in this world either doesn't cast a shadow, or is always at the highest point of noon when the sun is brightest, making no shadow. However, in contrary to her lyrics, sadly, she seems to be alone, a shadow exists, and time seems to pass as it gets darker. This space might be her memory, but it still applies some amount of reality. IU is reliving her memories and enjoying the times she was happy with her friend. Also, you can see the lizard at the house. This lizard probably symbolizes Kuara and Chonghyun. Kuara's nickname was once Iguana, and Chonghyun was Charmander from Pokemon. So Sully and IU probably talked about them a lot or hung out often since they were all friends with each other. As you can see, the background of this music video is a two-story country house. Sully actually lived and was found at her last moment in her two-story country house. And also, Sully posted a lot of pictures of IU cooking home food for her. They were known to be close friends that hung out at each other's house a lot, just as you can see in the music video.
So are these three people
IU
other
seems to be
idols?
constantly looking at or playing with someone.
Or were they idols, or are they just like
of this verse,
friends of hers? I mean, obviously they're friends,
says
but
that it's a nightmare since it's not reality and Sully is now gone. But still, she doesn't want to wake up from the happy memories. In SUGA's rap verse, he expresses this memory world as an island that was made by each other. In that island, they are all forever young, since all of her friends have passed away relatively during their young ages, and also time doesn't flow in her memory. SUGA expresses farewells as a disaster alarm, since it's sudden, scary, and unpredictable. In the music video, both IU and SUGA are riding on a plane, which could mean either their huge success as artists, or a metaphoric vessel that enables them to travel through memories. Then IU sees a lizard on the window, but as the plane meets turbulence and the sudden emergency message appears, the lizard disappears. This again expresses what it was like for IU when she heard the tragic news. She couldn't do anything. She was helpless about the situation, trapped inside a plane or a busy schedule. Actually, IU, on her first Seoul concert day, she mentioned Sully on how sad she was and how she thought Sully was present at her concert. But coincidentally, on her second concert day, Hara's tragic news hit her during the concert, making her feel very sad. IU was extremely shocked by this sudden news, and she had a very hard time on finishing the concert. The airplane scene was a dream within a dream, and IU wakes up from the nightmare. She runs to check if the lizard is okay, but the lizard is nowhere to be seen. Then she sees that the door is left open and sees a girl in a white dress. The girl starts to run in the imaginary world, where the sun is orange, and the girl seems free, fearless, and brave enough to even jump off a cliff. In the lyrics, IU says that we all lie down on each other like a pillow. We have good chats. There's no sad ending here. IU will always be able to meet her friends in this memory that she's saved. The girl in white rides on the dragon, and IU sees them through the airplane window and sheds a tear of happiness and sorrow. This scene probably means that IU's friends are up in the sky, meaning heaven, together, flying and doing whatever they want happily. Now IU wakes up from the memory world because the memory saving process is complete. At the end, we can hear an echoish sound of the lyrics. Then IU shows 3 different stages of facial expression. First, right after crying, she's confused and sad. Apparently,
Queen of
she
facial
didn't want to
expressions.
wake up from the dream. Next, she shows a slight smile. It's because she got to relive the happy memories and meet her friends, and now she's reassured that they're happy up in heaven. But last, she makes an ice-cold look staring towards the camera or the viewers of this video. It's almost as if she's mad. Thus, by the echoish lyrics, IU is first asking and wondering her friends if they're finally happy now. And also, she's asking all the hate commenters watching the video if they're finally happy with the tragic incidents that happened, and also seeing IU herself struggling as well. Lastly, at the end of the video, we can see the title 8's E and I getting split. This would mean that the I, as in IU, has now came back to reality after being all together with her 3 friends.
Damn.
IU is now once again left alone, but she goes on with her life as the 28-year-old IU.
Man, that was very great to watch, and it gives that song a completely different meaning now that I know. Like, I mean, some of y'all commented on it, like that it was about her friends or whatever, and y'all could see it, but like, so I don't know who these other Sully Young and forgive me because I forgot the other person who was the girl in the white dress who jumped on, you know, the dragon that they animated her. I don't know who those people are, what if they were idols, if they were soloists, if they were part of groups. So if y'all would educate me on that, I'd appreciate it. But man, what a great explanation in this song. Like, man, talk about like putting your heart on your sleeve essentially, and then having someone like SUGA come in and help you do that as well, as far as like his rap part, and then creating this beautiful homage almost to your friends, and basically saying, hey, you know, I hope you're okay. And then basically at the end, you know, to your haters, are you happy now? Because, you know, fuck off kind of deal. Like I don't want to say that she's over it, but she's, you know, comes with terms of it all more than anything else. But man, I was gonna say thank y'all for commenting this one, because it's incredible. I mean, it makes the song that much better. It really does. But let me know what you guys thought about this one. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Cheers to you guys, and we'll see y'all in the next one.